I am Lao Tzu, the founder of Taoism. I am here to tell you a story of a man named Wei, who learned an invaluable lesson on life from my simple words. This story will not only teach you what Wei learned, it will remind you of a simpler perspective you haven't taken part in since a child. Once upon a time, in ancient China, there lived a young man named Wei. Wei was a talented artist who dreamed of one day painting a masterpiece that would be famous throughout the land. However, he was overwhelmed by the thought of the journey ahead of him. How could he possibly create a masterpiece when he didn't even know where to begin? One day, Wei came across Lao Tzu on his travels. I saw the young man struggle and asked what was troubling him. Wei explained his dream of creating a masterpiece, but his fear of the journey ahead. I replied with one of my simplest teachings. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Take on the mind of the beginner and start there. Wei was confused. How could one step make such a difference? How would acting as a beginner produce the high-class result he wanted? I explained that every journey begins with a single step, and that by taking small steps towards his goal, Wei could achieve anything he wanted. Feeling inspired, Wei returned home and began to work on his masterpiece. At first, he struggled to make progress, but he remembered the words of Lao Tzu and decided to break his work into small, achievable steps. He started with taking on the perspective of the beginner, sketching his basic outline, then filling in the colors, and finally adding the details. Day by day, Wei worked on his painting, taking one step at a time. Months passed, and Wei finally finished his masterpiece. It was a beautiful painting, one that captured the essence of nature in a way that had never been accomplished before. Wei's painting became famous throughout the land, and he became known as one of the greatest artists of his time. Even with his success, he kept in his heart the lesson of beginner's mind. Looking back, Wei realized that beginner mind had been the key to his success. By taking small steps towards his goal, he had achieved something great, and he knew that this lesson would stay with him for the rest of his life, helping him to achieve any goal he set his mind to.